Well, hello there. Welcome to web development tutorial. This is my first video, so please be easy on me. So today we're going to make a responsive navigation bar. So let me give you a basic idea on how that would look like. It looks like this. It's a logo. You can put an SVG here. The links here, and on mobile view, it's gonna have a hamburger menu, just like that. So let's start making it. Close this and open the folder you want to work in your text editor and create the glorious index.html, style.css, and your script.js. I'm just going to use a little bit of JS, don't worry. Generate some basic boilerplate in our HTML by pressing by typing in an exclamation mark and hitting enter, and give this a title: responsive navigation bar tutorial. There we go. And go over here to our body, create a nav tag, and inside that nav we're going to have our logo. I'm just going to add some text here, an h4 with a class of logo name. Also, if you can use an svg here, don't worry. Create a ul with a class of nav links, and in that ul we have an li, and each of those li's have an anchor tag in them, a link with a class of nav link, just so that our styling would be easier. And this link is going nowhere, just like my life. The text home, duplicate this by pressing on shift alt down. There we go, and change the text. Come on, contact. Alright, so how do we open this in our live browser? Open this with live server. Just right click on the index.html file and open with live server. If you don't have this extension, just go over here to the extensions tab with a VS Code and type in live server live server, and there we go. It's at the very top. Look at that. You can install it and use it in your files. Open with live server, and it should open on your local host, your browser, and it opened on the other side of my screen, so it's over here. Great, it's there, but the font looks ugly, so let's get some fonts at fonts.google.com. Come on, I'm such an idiot, can barely type. And search for the font we want to use. I'm using Poppins because it's totally original. You've never heard of this name in other tutorials. Definitely, I 100% guarantee you. 100%. Select light. No, we don't want italic. Light. I'm going to use regular. Yeah. Copy this and paste it in our header. And also don't forget to link our styles. // style.css. There we go. And in our style.css, we're going to remove some basic stuff. Padding 0, margin 0, box sizing, border box, just like that. As you can see here, it removed the margin, the padding, and box sizing is going to the border box. You can now start on styling our navbar. So, we also need to add a font family. Poppins on their computer, Poppins on Google Fonts, from Google Fonts. but if it fails to fetch Google Fonts, it's going to use sans serif. Go to our nav, select this, that display flex on it. Display flex, like that. Going to have some height. The height of it is going to be 10 of the viewport height. Oh no, 10 of the viewport height. We can't see that, so let's add some background color. Background is going to be hash 282828. You can see it now. Add some padding, 0 on the top and bottom, but it's going to be 5% on the left and right. Great. Justify content, space between. So it's going to space it between, if that makes any sense. Align items center. Going to align items in the center. Wait, how about if I add 10% padding here? Yeah, looks better. And add some box shadow. Little bit of box shadow just so that it looks a little bit better. 0 pixels, 0 pixels. The blur is going to be 20 pixels. Black. The shadow is going to be black, but lower than the opacity. That's too much. Yeah, that's okay. Move on to our logo. Logo, select the logo, that logo. Color is going to be light green. Light green. There we go. Font size, we're just going to make this a little bit bigger. 1.2 rem. As we can see here. Now move on to our nav links. These are the nav links. These guys. Display flex. So they're going to flex like that. Width is going to be 30%. 30% of its parent container, which is this nav. Justify content. Justify content. Space between. So it's going to space it between. Space the items between. If that makes any sense, of course. List style. None. Not going to have any list style, so it's going to remove those bullet points, and I think we can move on to our nav links now. So the nav link is each of these links. These are the guys with a class of nav link. Yeah, there. So select the nav link, each nav link. Nav link is going to have some padding of 0 on the top and bottom, but it's going to be 10 pixels on the left and right. Text decoration, none, to remove those underlines. Those underlines, like that. And the color is going to be light gray. Light gray. And transition, all 0.3 seconds ease. So it's going to last 0.3 seconds and it's going to ease itself. But of course we can't see that, so let's add a hover effect. Dot nav link hover, and when we hover over it, the color is just going to turn into light green, like that. Look at that. Desktop view is pretty much done, but it's not responsive yet, so let's make this responsive. Open DevTools, press F12, and this is what it'll look like on mobile view. You have different options here for different screen sizes. I guess these are the most common ones: a Moto G4, a Galaxy S5, a Pixel 2, a Pixel 2 extra large, an iPhone 5, all those different shit, a Surface Duo, no Samsung Smart Fridge, what the fuck, never mind, we'll stick to Galaxy Fold. Where are we? We're going off topic. So we need to add actually need to add a hamburger here. So how do we add a hamburger? Go over here, go back to our index.html, outside the UL but still in the nav, create an anchor tag with the class of hamburger. It's going nowhere, dead link, and we're literally just going to copy paste something, an icon that looks like a hamburger menu. It's called trigram icon HTML. Just copy this. Such lazy developers. Close that. Right, so it's there. And let's style this. Select the hamburger, and the hamburger is going to have color of light gray. Its color is light gray. Yep. Text decoration, none. So it's going to remove the underline. Make it bigger by increasing its font size. It's going to be 1.5 rem. There we go. 1.5 rem. But on desktop view it's not going to appear, of course. It shouldn't appear. So you can fix this by adding display none. It's going to disappear. But don't worry, this guy will come back later on. Let's create a media query over here. So add media screen, and if the screen reaches a max width of, let's say max width let's say 600 pixels, or maybe even 800 pixels, it's gonna run the code. I mean, it's going to follow the styling here when the max width is 800 pixels. We can understand this later. The body, we can test this by adding display none to the body. So what I'm talking about is as soon as the screen width hits 800 pixels, the body is going to disappear. But we don't want to do that. We want to add flex direction column on the nav flex direction column. Actually, let me set this first. Yes. Flex direction column. Oh my god. This is so confusing. Why you do this? Why are we still here? Just to suffer? Okay, never mind. Just do it the old-fashioned way. Pressing on Alt Tab. So as we can see here, all the stylings are shit. And we are fixing that. Padding 0 on the top, 0 on the left and right, but it's 3% on the top and bottom. Justify content, center, so it's gonna align the items in the center, justify them in the center, however you would like to say that. Nav links, the nav links is going to disappear. They're going to disappear, yeah. But why? Where are the nav links going to go? We're going to create a new class named navlinks_show, and this will be our nav links. Actually, this class will be toggled on the nav links when we click on the hamburger menu. You will see that later on when we go over to our JavaScript part, but let's start this for now. Position absolute, top 9vh, display flex, going to flex itself, and flex direction column so that they will appear stacked. Padding bottom, add just a little bit of padding, 10 pixels, that's okay. Text align, going to align the text in the center. Background color is going to be the same as the nav. Background is going to be #282828, same as the nav. Width 100%, and padding is 10 pixels. There we go. And also style the individual LIs. Now links show LI. Just add a little bit of padding, 5 pixels. And last but not least, the hamburger. It's actually going to show up now. Display block. Position absolute. Position absolute. Going to position itself absolutely. It's going to be 5% from the right, and its cursor is going to be pointer. Look at that, the hamburger menu is over there. So if we click on this, nothing's going to happen. So let's add some JavaScript now. JavaScript, great, isn't it? Oh, and link the script, of course. Script src /script.js that defer to it, so that to make sure that the script loads after the DOM. We need to select our nav links, these guys, and the hamburger. So how do we do this? We do document.query selector. Create a new variable. Const nav links is document. Going to search in the document.query selector. I suck at typing. Query selector. VS Code is helping me out, don't worry. Going to select nav links, and the hamburger is going to be find something with the class of hamburger, so it's this guy. It's going to select the hamburger. Now that we have this guy, we're going to add an event listener on the hamburger. Hamburger.add event listener. It's going to listen for a click, and on that click it's going to run an arrow function. Now link. Oh, to test this we can just add console.log button is click. So let's click on this button. Look at that, it appears button is clicked. So now that we know that this works, let us remove this thing and add nav links dot class list. So it's going to toggle this class over here, the nav links show. Nav links dot class list dot toggle nav links show, and click on it. Look at that, it now works. So we now have a working nav bar. It's responsive, has a hamburger menu on it. Thanks for watching. We're done now. If you have any questions, just post it down in the comments below. Even if it's not related to this video, you can find the code for this in the description below. I made a GitHub repository for this. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you don't bash me for being terrible at typing, and that's it. I'll see you in the next video.